Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mountains Peak, and we're in my impromptu studio at home in my garage due to current lockdown conditions. Crazy. So here we are doing something we haven't done before, and we're doing a review of the Osprey Manta 34L backpack. Hope you enjoy, guys. We'll just dive right in. Basically, I've had the Osprey backpack for around about a year now. I've done various different hikes with it, and to be honest, it's fantastic. Really enjoy the backpack. This is my third Osprey pack. I have two different packs for different eventualities. I've got the Osprey Poco, which I use to carry my youngest son in, which is unbelievably good. And I've got the Osprey Ether, which I use for my multi-day hikes. Which you've probably seen some upcoming videos later this year, but yeah. So I'm a bit of a fan of Osprey, as you can probably tell. So yeah, we'll dive right into this pack and see what you think. So first thing you'll probably notice is I've got some kit in this big mesh pocket at the front here. Now, just to point out, this is dirty. I do use this pack regularly. It's my main pack, so it's not going to be sparkling clean. But yeah, big pocket at the front, and I use this to store my sit mat, just handy. You just whip it out and park your backside wherever you want, really. And I also use it to store my waterproofs, which will be my waterproof trousers and my waterproof hard shell jacket, depending on the conditions. And to be honest, I can get all three of these things in that, because it has an adjustment strap on the front here. So it's a huge big pocket, so it's fantastic for that. Moving in one step, you have a smaller items section in this front pocket. I actually keep some odds and ends in here. I've got some cleaning wipes, I've got a snood and some spare gloves in here, but I actually keep my knife in here, which I'll maybe go into in another video, but that's my hiking knife. But yeah, I keep all my smaller items in there, and even some smaller snacks and stuff, but you can get quite a lot in that front pocket on its own, and it's got a little lanyard for your keys and stuff. Just about the zips as well, while we're using them. Great for if you're wearing big gloves or anything like that, you can get a really good hold of them. I know that sounds really weird to be talking about a zip lanyard or a zip pull, but they're really good. They are really good. Moving on, we'll move on to the next pocket, which is a smaller, smaller item, sunglasses, anti-scratch pocket. I just keep a couple odds and ends in here. I'm not really worried about the anti-scratch. I've got a kind of cheapish set of glasses in here. Anybody who hikes in winter will know that the low winter sun can be absolutely blinding. So a pair of sunglasses is actually really handy. I keep my head torch in here as well for quick access, and GoPro batteries, things like that. Keep a few different things in there, and at the moment, hand sanitizer. Keep that in there as well. Right, moving on to the main compartment, and as I said previously, you've got the big storm flap here, and two big loops for your zips, really big zips. And this opens actually quite far. Now you notice I have to actually go past the compression straps, which will come to in a wee second. So loosen them off, and that opens really wide, really big area. I mean, I keep things like my first aid kit down in the bottom of that, and I can put pretty much anything in here. It's really deep. And as the bag says, it's a 34L bag, so it's going to hold quite a lot of kit comfortably as well. In most hikes, I'll only half fill the bag, so I'll use the compression straps just to stop things rattling about. But when I maybe go with the kids or other family members, I'll maybe be carrying some of their kit as well, so the bag starts to fill up a little bit more. So turning around to show you the compression straps, which is ideal. I've got my wee Mandalorian guy here, I don't know if you can see him. That's my wee lucky Mandalorian guy. So compression straps are just here, and they can actually go quite tight and quite loose for that matter as well, so you can get quite a lot of space in here if you actually want to store maybe some walking poles or any other kit along the side. And yeah, just tighten everything up and stop it rattling about, so they're really good for that. Really good trident clips as well. So another great feature of this bag is the stow and go system from Osprey, where you can stow your walking poles on the go, as the name suggests, right here on the pack, on the side of the pack. It's ideal if you're doing any walks with scrambling or anything like that, where you don't want to be taking your pack on and off to put your poles away and bring them back out. But yeah, so you can just tweak them away, as we would say here, or take them straight back out and crack on. The only thing I would suggest is if you have the little guards on the bottom of your pole, it can be a little bit awkward to get it in the low section. You need to make sure you get it down pretty low in that low section so that it doesn't just start swinging about. But once you're kind of in there, tighten up the leash on the top. They're actually pretty solid and they don't really get in your road. I find that a really good system. I don't use it too much with this pack, but I use it with my bigger pack in the Poco. Well, actually the Poco doesn't have that, but the bigger pack does the Ether, which is ideal because it just helps take a bit of the weight off your legs sometimes when you're walking along. But I did use these in my last walk to Duncombe, where the conditions are a bit more slippy and more winter walks requires a bit more stability, which the poles certainly help with. So yeah, definitely worthwhile having this on your pack. Good addition. I've used this. This is your ice axe loop. I've used that once. Yeah, it's just as you would expect. It's fantastic. It's got an ice axe loop. That was one of the criteria that my bag that I was buying at the time had to have. Because this is my everyday, every season bag that I use. So I don't have like separate bags for separate seasons. So it has to have the capability to do everything, which was really important to me. I don't actually have a bottle here. Maybe I get a bottle. Let's go and get a bottle. Ta-da! A bottle has magically appeared. One of the other great features of this bag is this side pocket for storing bottles and other odds and ends. But if you are using this for like water bottles and stuff, one of the excellent parts of it is you can change how you load it. So you can load it in the side, so when you're wearing the pack, you can access that bottle without taking your pack off, which is ideal. If MD's anything like me and not that flexible, then you can't actually reach it when it's in the upright position, so having it in this position is so much easier to get access to. Brilliant for that, absolutely brilliant. Quickly moving on, you have these hip belt pockets. Again, really fantastic idea for just storing meals and ends, snacks. I actually put my compass and my GoPro set up, kind of fits in here, so it's ideal for just throwing it away and just cracking on. So I keep my GoPro in this one, and I keep some jelly babies and jelly beans, and my compass and things in the other one, which is ideal for really quick access to stuff. It's really good, and the hip belt is actually half decent. It just stops it kind of pack rattling around a little bit. As you can see from the back, it's pretty well sprung as well. You can see it's got a lovely big mesh net here, which is really comfortable to wear, and it really hooks in quite nicely onto your back and feels very comfortable. Now it has got this kind of air speed system that Osprey are toting, and to be honest it's really good. It's a lovely big space between the pack and your back, which lets a lot of air through. I'm quite a sweaty guy when I walk. I get quite hot and sweaty, so it really helps to ventilate and keep you a little bit cooler. Even on cool days, you know, you can start getting a bit of condensation and moisture in at your back from your pack. So it's really good that way, and it has this kind of wire frame to keep its shape. Unfortunately, it kind of adds to the weight of the pack a little bit. It is a little bit on the heavy side. But it's worth the sacrifice for me to have the comfort. I prefer the comfort. And speaking of comfort, the shoulder straps are really comfortable, pretty heavy foam. They dry out really quick, and they have the sternum strap as well, which holds your hose attachment for your bladder. It's magnetic. You can see a little magnet on there, which is really good. The only thing I would maybe have asked him to change is the type of clip that the sternum strap's got. That's magnetic as well. Magnetic, I'll get that out. And it's just a little kind of little guide lugs here. So it can be quite easy to come loose. I might have preferred a Trident clip. It is a little bit different. I don't mind it too much, but the one thing I will say is it's a little bit easier to get on when you've got big gloves on. Trident clips can be a little bit footery when you've got big gloves on, but that's pretty cool. And yeah, it just snaps on there if you've got the Osprey bladder, which, funnily enough, this bag comes with an Osprey bladder, a 2.5 litre hydraulics Osprey bladder. That was a bit of a mouthful. So the bladder itself actually stays in the most rear section of the pack, which is basically the only thing you can really get in there, to be honest. I put a couple of like sandwich bags and stuff, some really light compressible things in there, just just as kind of spare rubbish bags and things. But that's where the 2.5 litre bladder goes, with a dedicated lip and kind of lanyard for the bladder itself to stop it sagging down. Obviously the hose comes out through the dedicated hole at the back as well. The fact that it comes with its own bladder is fantastic. It saves you having to go and find the right size and one that's more compatible with your kit, and just through the right shoulder strap and then onto the sternum strap. And it's really handy. I wasn't a big fan of bladders before because it tastes really rubbery when you first get them. Everybody that's got a bladder will know what I mean. When they first get the bladder, it's still really rubbery, but you just kind of have to persist in it. It eventually goes away. But yeah, I love the bladders now. It's so handy. And I actually just keep this kind of bottle for if I'm like getting any water for cooking, or if I run out of water and I need to maybe filter it with my water filter. So yeah, kind of my main hydration is the bladder itself. So that's really handy. Yeah, so I've worn this pack pretty much every hike I've done. Certainly more recently with yourselves and the vlogging. And I've worn it on a lot of different type of hikes, and it's been absolutely brilliant. So comfortable, and you barely know that it's out there. I've used it on hikes such as Snowdon's Cribgoch and Blencathra's Sharp Edge, which are decent ridge walks. And every point along that walk, I felt comfortable and balanced with it. I didn't feel like it was pure hanging out over my back, and it was really unwieldy, if you know what I mean. And I had quite a lot of gear in there, especially doing all the vlogging and the camera gear. And yeah, it felt great. Didn't feel problematic at all. Done a lot of long hikes with it. I felt completely comfortable. No sore shoulders from straps digging in. It was really comfortable there. The waist belt really keeps the bag straight up and down on your back. And that airspeed system that I showed you previously, that lets loads of air through, so you're not dead sweaty. You're not tons of moisture behind your bag, so that when you take your pack off, you're freezing cold. It's really good for all that, and it stores all my kit, winter kit and summer kit, and it's fantastic for it. So I would highly rate this pack. It is expensive. It's over £100 for a backpack. It's a lot of money. Actually, I think this might be over £150, but I'll maybe put a wee link up there. But it's going to be worth it. It's made of really hard wearing material, and it comes with a lot of different features. One of which, the last one, which I hadn't showed you, is down the bottom here. You notice it's pretty bogging, but a little tab, it's got a little drop of water on it. So in here is the integrated rain cover, high-vis rain cover, which is brilliant. It's a bit of a faff to get it on and get it tight, but the fact that it comes with its own integrated rain cover is brilliant. And I'd have thought of the fact that it's actually tied or tasseled to the bag itself, in case windy conditions, you don't want to lose a rain cover, off it goes, So it's really good that way. But yeah, all round, what an absolute brilliant pack. As I said, this is my third Osprey pack, and if I ever do have to replace any of my packs, I'll certainly be looking there first, getting the reviews on that. But yeah, I'm really happy with the pack. So, good choice. So folks, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of gear review. Very kind of different from what I've been doing normally. There's a couple of cinematic footage in there of me wearing the pack recently. Just due to this lockdown, we're kind of stuck in my garage doing a vlog. So hopefully get this kitted out soon to get a little bit of a better studio going. But as for the moment, yeah, I hope you're enjoying them. I'm trying my best to kind of keep out there and keep providing the videos. And if you've got any suggestions or anything you'd maybe like me to try and review or look into doing, lockdown permitting, obviously, then just let me know in the comments or send me a wee message via Instagram or Facebook or something like that. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll thank you once more for all the views that I've had. My channel had over 1,000 views now, which is epic. Didn't think I was going to get anywhere near that much, but hopefully my content's reaching out to some of you and you are enjoying it. So thanks again, guys, and hopefully I will see you in the near future. Take care and stay safe.